Hello there. Welcome to part 2 of Kings News Daily pregame skate report before the Sharks game tonight. You are looking at, over there in the distance, is Jordan Nolan, who has started in every game so far this season for the Kings, but tonight will be the first one that he does sit in favor of one Tyler Toffoli, who will be starting his first game as an LA King. In net over there taking this extra work is Jonathan Quick, meaning that Bernier will likely be getting the start. Also is, at this point, a regular scratch, Brad Richardson, who is also doing some extra work. And over on this side of the ring, that's okay, is Davis Drewiski, who will be getting scratched again in favor of Alec Martinez, most likely. So those are the big changes. Obviously, Kings fans are going to be really excited to see Tyler Toffoli in his first game in the NHL. And with more on that, I want to bring in a regular, becoming so far my first and most popular guest here on the Kings News Daily Report, Mr. Player X from HoldThePoint.com, who has, he was talking to me yesterday and he sent me a text talking about where Toffoli might fit in and how he might fit in, and sure enough, it happened today. What do you have to say? What do you have to say about that, huh?
Lucky again, huh?
Nice call, nice call.
Yeah, well, I don't mind going down what I said.
Sure, yeah, let's hear it.
I had Toffoli in the lineup replacing Nolan. I had Toffoli on the second line right wing. I had the Kopitar line and the Stoll line remaining the same. I had Carter at center. I thought that would make sense because it would keep all four centers in the game. If Toffoli bombs at right wing, you can move him down and you still have your four centers. You can establish the top three lines and bury Toffoli in fourth line minutes. Mm-hmm. The reason I kind of thought that was going to happen was because I thought there was some defensive problems with the Richards line lately, even in spite of Penner's size, and it concerned me. I also thought it would be a side benefit to give Richards fewer minutes over a couple of games. It gets Toffoli in, but it also gives Richards a rest. He's playing over his size. He's getting beat up. So I thought Richards might go to the fourth line at center with Frazier on his wing. However, the way they're skating, it's going to be Richards on left wing, Carter at center, and Toffoli on right wing. So
keeping Richards and Carter together, which is what they want to do. Yeah.
That's a good thing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But that does not solve the defensive problem by matching it size to size.
It doesn't, no.
But it does seem to be countering size with speed.
Right.
So
which we, I mentioned to you a little bit earlier this morning, and you made a good point. It is that size versus speed. Obviously, the last game, it was pretty even match, but obviously the Sharks are big too, and it's a really, really heavy game, so it is interesting to take Penner, one of the biggest guys off that line, and stick in a guy who's never played in the NHL, who's really, quite frankly, pretty darn, in comparison to a Penner, he's basically a stick figure, essentially. I mean, he's a very skinny kid.
Not broad of shoulder.
No, not broad of shoulder. So it'll be, you're right. It's going to be a matter of will the speed be able to outperform the size of the Sharks, that line, whoever the Sharks decide to match them up with. So.
Yeah, that's curious to me too, because they had Thornton predominantly out against the Kopitar line, and they put Marlowe out against the Richards line. It seemed like, Sutter doesn't match lines. He rolls guys in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If there's a penalty, it gets scrambled until they can get it back to normal, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But McClellan from San Jose, on the other hand, he looked like he was matching only based on who was tired. If we got caught on an icing, he might throw Thornton out there if Thornton's fresh, but he would throw the fresh line out. His 1 or 2 fresh top scoring lines against whoever we had that was tired. So I didn't see McClellan matching big time on forward line against forward line, but he did pretty consistently put Murray out there against the Richards line and shut them down. Carter was, understandably, I think, invisible because he's facing Murray.
Yeah, no, and that's because they really did, and Murray that line did a great job Herring did a great job at shutting them down.
Yeah, the stats show they just didn't have. I mean, the defense dominated, not our offense.
So
on that line.
Is that just then right there a matchup problem for the Sharks with the speed now and the sniping power?
I wonder if they'll put Pavelski out there
against
Toffoli, and Carter, because those guys are going to zip around.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm going to coin a phrase. I'm calling them the double tap line because it's 2 quick shots.
Okay, all right, the double tap. Boom, boom. Nice.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they put out on defense. Like Stewart is more fleet of foot than Murray, obviously.
Sure.
So I just wonder. It'll be interesting to see who they put on forward line matchup if they do. But really, who did they choose for the defensive matchup against Carter and Toffoli? If they regard them as a threat, I think the guy who's 3rd, 4th in the league scoring goals, he's a threat. The new kid, they're not going to adjust for it. But it'll be interesting to see if either Carter or Toffoli get an assist, or do they both just shoot first and ask questions later? I don't know.
Right. Yeah, it's I haven't given it a whole lot of thought when Toffoli will be put in, but it does make sense because Penner didn't really have the greatest game last game, and putting him down now on the 4th line, it gives him the chance to sort of reassess his deal. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know the.
And Phoenix, well, Toffoli got brought up before a Phoenix game. Phoenix was one of the first games after Toffoli was brought up, and everybody thought he'd go in right away because Richards was maybe hurt. And when it turned out he didn't, I was, and I told you that I thought San Jose would be a better match for his first game because they're a bit of a speedier team. Although they are big and heavy, they play a tough game.
Exactly. I just didn't think it made sense at all to put him in against San Jose because they're so much bigger. But yeah, okay,
they got some speedy guys too. I mean, San Jose is a well-rounded team.
Yeah, it is.
They're really
Absolutely. Yeah.
They're big on D, but they got Marlowe's fast.
Right.
Pavelski's fast. Couture is fast.
Well, real quick before we get before this gets excessively long, the goalie change. I mean, it doesn't seem like a big surprise, but with Bernier in, are you at all thinking it should be quick, or are you happy with that?
I think it's the best thing for all reasons. We talked about this once before. I think Bernier has earned it. I think Quick, it was his job to lose, and he did. And I am not saying, repeat not, that Bernier is now the number 1.
Right.
But let's imagine Quick started tonight and had another bad game.
Right.
Now he's really put himself in a hole.
Yeah.
So this way, it's almost the best for Bernier and the best for Quick.
Yeah.
Give him a chance to regather because he's got to put a good game out there.
Yeah.
He's got to steal a game.
Yep.
To show us he can do it and show Sutter he can do it. I
Right.
really believe that the number 1 is kind of even right now. It always was Quick. I don't think Quick has lost it, but I think he's closest to losing it than he's ever been.
Very good stuff, man. All right, tell us once again, Mr. Player X, where do we get a hold of you?
You can catch me at holdthepoint.com, home of the Player X-Ray. It's the only place on the internet that you can find ice times broken down by power plays, shorthanded, and even strength, paired with line combinations and hits, face-off percentage, and who are the power play units.
And you're also you're just now finally starting to get started on Twitter, the great Twitter universe, the crack service of the internet. So you need some followers over there. What's your Twitter?
I'm just at Hold the Points. I come up as Player X, but I'm at Hold the Points.
Got it.
And anybody who's ever read my stuff knows 140 characters is pretty challenging, but I'm going for it.
Nice, good. Okay, cool. Thanks, Mr. X. And we'll talk to you. We'll see you later.
Thank you for watching.